I think the camera
Hi,
froze on me.
everybody. Hi, everybody. Today's guest artist is Grayscale Painting award-winning acrylic painter.
Let's see.
Grayscale Painting. He's been on before, and he's gracing us with his presence again today.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Gracing us with his
And
presence.
he's trying to set it up the best angle right now.
Hopefully, I don't elbow you guys. Can you guys see that?
Well,
I really wish I can
the
zoom
angle's
in.
better, but I don't know. Can you zoom in more?
That's the thing. I don't think it will let me zoom in.
Well, what's your setup for when you like all the other times? Like when you do it like on Facebook or when you do it your own YouTube.
Well, when I'm on there without, I don't use StreamYard, and I'm using different camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the phone camera. I don't have that way to zoom in like that. Um, I can zoom in. I can enlarge my phone, but you guys won't see that. So it looks like I'm Ooh, I can
Right.
see now if I could just get it this close.
That's better.
That better for you guys?
Yeah. Oh, somebody in the chat. Welcome. He's trying to fix the
Wow,
angle.
what a strange angle. That angle's
Oh, I
horrible.
think that's your friend Bruce Anderson.
Okay, hey Bruce, that's about as good as it's gonna get unless I
Yeah, that's
slide.
better. Yeah, that's better than it was. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's about it because I'm sitting down. So okay, and my paintbrush is on the opposite side of me. They're on my right hand side. But we'll let the floor now so I can get right on to it. I can also pull up the chat. I wanted to, but I can't really look at
All right. So I'll read the chat to you.
it. Okay,
I'm
that's
bringing
cool.
it up right now. I'm trying to bring up chat right now.
Yep, Bruce says I'm too old to Zoom. Oh, great. Did I just take you?
Oops. Oh, sorry. We're having a little technical issue. He'll be right back. He got disconnected. He'll be back. I guess we have to wait. I don't know what he did. Grayscale Painting will be back. Thank you for visiting, Bruce. He's too old to Zoom. Okay, here he is. He's back.
Yeah, I can't look at. I thought I could look at the chat, but let me
Oh,
get going.
did you elbow it like you?
No, I
Let me
hit
put
the
you on the
wrong.
big screen.
All right,
Hold on. Wait a minute.
that's not the big
No,
screen.
I know. Now I just temporarily forgot. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, okay, I know.
Okay, you still there? It sounds like you muted yourself out. Did you mute yourself? I think you muted yourself. Oh, I can't hear you, Diana. Hey, Gracie, how you doing? I can't hear Diana. I can't hear Diana at all, so I don't know if I should start or not. So what's going on with her right now? Did she boot herself out of the section again? Oh God! All right, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna log back out again and come back. Oh, there she is. They can't hear you. Can somebody tell her we can't hear her?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you're screaming loud and clear.
Okay, sorry. Okay, hold on. There's something wacky going on with my microphone. I was unmuted and you still couldn't hear me. And then so I kept clicking it on and off a couple of times and then you could hear me.
All right.
Okay, I'm putting grayscale painting on the big screen. Hello, welcome everybody in the chat. Just a minute. I'm having brain freeze here. Duh. Okay, there you are.
All right, cool.
You're vertical.
Oh, yeah, I gotta be horizontal for you guys, huh?
You don't have to be.
Let's see. Will that do it for you
No,
guys?
you
Let's see.
can stay like that. Never mind. You don't have to be horizontal.
Too late. I'm there.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Okay. Let me move it over a little bit here.
Hi, Gracie.
Hey, Gracie.
So
Good
it's
to see
Gracie
you.
and Bruce. Let's see.
Let's see here. No, that's too far away.
Oh, hi, old beer buzzard. And don't
Hey,
be fooled by his name. He's a great poet.
hey,
He has
beer
his own
buzzard.
poetry website. He writes spiritual poetry. Oh, hello, Maria Spears. Welcome.
Hey, Maria. Well, this is about as good as it's going to get without me tipping it over.
Yes, blame it on Monday. That's what old beer buzzard says. Blame it on Monday. That's good.
Okay, cool. Why is he doing it like that? I don't like that. I'll just keep it like this. Okay, we're gonna get somewhat going here. It's got to be a lot more steady than that. There. Hopefully, I won't hit you guys with my elbow.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened when you left for a minute?
No. I clicked the wrong arrow, and it just got me out. Went backwards. The whole Chrome, it went backwards to another page. So I had to just put the link back in. That's all. So this was a very simple fix.
Hi, Ian. Ian Jackson's here.
What's going on, Ian? All right, I'm gonna get.
Oh, Chrissy's here. Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy Canvas Art.
Oh, good. So she didn't see my faux pas, and she can't rub it in my face. So that's even better. Okay, as you guys can see over here, I'm going off of this picture. It's a whaleback lighthouse. I'm gonna do my own interpretation of it. The sky obviously is gonna have to be kind of plain. It can't have too many clouds or anything going through because when the wave hits the lighthouse, it's gonna interfere with the clouds. So it'd be a pretty much plain sky. But yeah, I do have a black background, 16 by 20 canvas panel. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, with all that said, here we go. I got my vegetable glycerin, which acts as a nice blender, extender type of deal.
Oh, something. Wait a minute. Your volume just went down a little bit.
All right, hold on.
You didn't knock your microphone or something?
No, I got it plugged into an attachment. Maybe I have to take the attachment off. So bear with me for about 30 seconds. Hold on.
And hello, a cup of tea. Let's see, a cup of tea in 5 minutes free. That's Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
A cup of tea and 5 minutes free.
Wow, we can hear you really good.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Now it's just a direct line in now, so I'm pretty sure you can hear me pretty good.
Yeah.
A cup of tea and 5 minutes free. Wonderful. That's original. Okay,
Yeah.
on with the glycerin here. Um, uh, you only need a very little amount. If you remember Bob Ross, and he had that liquid clear, it's pretty much like that. When it gets in contact with the air, it becomes a lot more lucid. So, like I said, you have to scrub it on. You don't need too much of this on. If you put too much of it on, it's going to keep your acrylic paint wet for days.
kind of don't want that, especially if you want to hurry up and let it dry and whatnot. But I'm doing the top half because it's going to be mostly the clouds. You might see the outline of the lighthouse. I got it taped with 2-inch thick masking tape, so you might see the outline of this thing. Okay, much like that. Okay, we're going to get a little bit of titanium white, because you guys can't see the canvas, of course, and I'm gonna go with a little bit of phthalo blue and a little bit of cyan blue together. And you know what? Just to be brave, I'm gonna put a little bit of burnt sienna, gray out the blue a little bit, just a little, tiny bit, and then I'll do this over the whole canvas because a lot of the attention is gonna be toward the lighthouse and the waves, the water in particular. And we're gonna handle the wave when it hits the lighthouse. We're gonna handle that as we're gonna handle that as we would handle the clouds. So, but feel free to run your mouth, talk, joke, or whatever.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay, I'll stay silent and you go ahead and talk.
Well, a bunch of new people have come in the room, and I said Flower Glamorous, Team Build with Geo, Commentary with Lou.
Hello, guys. Well, there is a bunch of new faces, new people.
Mystic Unigon.
Hey, Mystic.
Commentary with Letu. Commentary with Letu. I think you're new to my live stream, so welcome. Hi, Christopher Baker.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, this is going to be a plain Jane sky because of the waves and stuff that's going to happen.
Oh, we have a question from Ian. He goes, "Is it me or was Bob Ross's brushes and equipment very expensive?"
No, they are quite pricey. It's not Bob. It wasn't Bob's decision. That was the company.
They are.
The company, yeah, the company is a monolithic monster. And all they are concerned about is the happy buck, and forget everybody else. So the nicest thing about the Bob Ross company was Bob Ross. So don't let them fool you. Very cold.
This is a raid. This means it's a support raid. Commentary would let too. Thank you. It's a support raid.
Well, that's a beautiful thing.
From whose channel? Goodness. Why am I hearing myself? Okay.
That's because your voice goes faster than the speed of sound is just backing up on itself.
Commentary would let too. Who's the raid? Hi, Carolyn to the fray. Buddy, hello, Buddy. Commentary would let too. Which channel is this raid from? Oh, Miss Flower, the one. Oh, Miss Flower Glamorous, thank you so much for the raid.
That's very nice.
Why am I hearing myself? I'm hearing it from you. It's a. Do you hear?
No, I don't hear you. I don't hear you double. No.
Okay.
Told you your voice goes faster than the speed of sound, so it's doubling back on itself.
Thank you again, Flower Glamorous, for the great, wonderful raid.
That is very nice. As you can see, I'm just going back and forth. wiping it across. Like I say, you're not going to really tell that it's a black canvas, really, by the time I'm done with it. And it has to be kind of a plain sky because of the wave.
Oh yeah, that's your reference photo right next to you, right?
Right.
A lighthouse by the ocean.
Yep. But I won't. I mean, it's just a guide. I'm not going to really stick to it too much. Okie dokie. That was kind of quick. I guess I can add a little bit of color variance up above. I guess I'll use the cyan.
Gracie says you could do your show on TV because you're so great.
Well, tell her thank you. Originally, I kind of planned it that way, but you know, with the advent of the internet and the internet was becoming popular and YouTube and stuff like that, TV was, believe it or not, coming obsolete. And so this is probably the better way to go.
Oh God. Ian's telling me I have 2 programs transmitting my voice. I don't know what's going on.
Then you would have to either turn your phone down or turn down the audio.
All right, maybe no, is it my phone? No, my phone is not on this channel. Ian,
Okay.
Ian, what could it be? My iPad, I have it totally muted.
Yeah, well, something has to be muted over there.
I'm doing what I always do.
I'm using the titanium white just to strengthen up that middle. But you're not going to really see much of this white when I'm done.
So you won't be making puffy clouds today?
Nope, no puffy clouds today. Sorry. All the action's going to be in the wave.
So you do that so no puffy clouds, so there's not conflict of
Right.
center of attention, focal point.
Exactly. Like I say, I'm just strengthening up certain blues and whatnot just to kind of kill a lot of that white.
I don't know what Chrissy says. Chrissy says Tony's sound is boxy.
Tone what down?
I don't know what she means by box. I don't know, Chrissy, what do you mean by his sound is boxy?
Oh, my sound is boxy. It might be my microphone, my headset. You mean turn mine down?
You sound fine. I'm waiting to hear what she says.
Okay.
Oh, she says you would know what she means.
I have no clue. I told her leave that paint alone.
Oh, okay. Commentary Letu says everything is great. No, thank you. I was wondering. Thank you, Letu.
There. Okay, I'm leaving it be.
You says she can hear very good. We can hear you very well.
All right, that's cool. That's all good.
Oh, Chrissy Canvas Art saying you sound like you're underwater a little bit.
Well, I need you to tell me that. I mean,
I didn't.
does.
I didn't think so, and other people in the chat aren't saying that.
Yeah, because I can't read the chat, so I don't know.
I don't know what to say. Like if I took a vote, like if I gave it, like it looks like the consensus is you sound fine.
Okay.
Sorry, Chrissy. Sorry that you don't like the audio. Sorry.
Stop eating that paint, Chrissy. It got you hearing all sorts of things. she's stirring up the pot. Hey, Chrissy, look, good piece of tape. That's for you, Chrissy. Stirring up the pot.
Commentary with like two says, "Are you in the space station?"
In the station?
Space, SPACE, space station.
Space station.
Oh, I guess she's because of how your studio looks, maybe.
Oh. Oh, no. I've been called the Oracle and everything else because of all the gadgets I have. Okay, I guess I'll work on a little bit of this watercolor. I ran out of cyan blue, so let me get you a little more cyan. I'm gonna shuffle up the watercolor a little bit. Basically, I'm trying to slow down and take my time because basically a painting like this, I would buzz through it pretty quickly, but I'll just, like I said, I'll take my time with the waves and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm interested in how you paint the waves.
It's many different ways, different concepts you can do it. I'm gonna take some glaze here, and now the glaze, I got paint on the glaze on the brush with it, but that doesn't matter. Now with the waves, there's many different approaches you can take with it. Okay, so I'll make my choice as I get to them. But right now, I'm just getting as close to the horizon line as I can. The horizon line really won't matter because the water is going to be pretty choppy and frothy and all of that, but still get it as close as I can. Anyway, a lot of the horizon line that you see, this line is not going to be there.
And who did you study again with? Who's the artist you studied with?
I got all 400 episodes of Bob Ross's videos, but I got my certificate with oil painter. I originally started as an oil painter, not acrylic, and I got my certification through him a couple of years ago, and so I had to do everything in oils, which was a nice welcome back, really, because I haven't really done it in years. I've got tubes and tubes and tubes of oils, and I just don't use them because of the pets, and I don't have a very good ventilation to do it. So acrylics, it is basically. Now I know there's paint on here, but basically I'm just spreading the glycerin around. And then what I'm gonna do is just now go through my various blues and blend them in and all of that. I'll use a little bit of white also. So I'm gonna use various colors of blues and some of the green. Some of the darker blue I'm gonna have toward the bottom here. Now I gotta be careful because the darker blue is transparent. So I'll be adding, like I said, I'll be adding a little bit of white to kind of beef up this blue a little bit, maybe a little bit of brown to kind of gray it a tad. But I'm just getting the bulk of the water going here. A little bit of green, phthalo green in here. And I'm gonna add some white with brown. It's just to get the bulk of the watercolor in, then we'll mess with the waves and all of that good stuff. Mm-hmm. Every time I tend to be on, man, people tend to get quiet. Nobody's talking or anything.
Well, because we don't know. I don't know if I should interrupt you.
No, go ahead. Interrupt away. All right.
One of your big fans, Sweet Stack Rules, is here.
Hey, Sweet Stack. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. I thank everybody for coming in. Really. You know, they definitely don't have to come and watch me and hear my list all day.
Okay, he's painting Sweet Stack. He's going to paint you could if you can kind of see his reference photo to his left. He's painting a lighthouse by the ocean. So right now he's starting on the ocean waves. He's starting painting the ocean right now, starting on it.
Yeah, sorry for the crazy view. I mean, I probably could have did a more direct view with with my laptop, but I would have to have a platform about 6 feet high so you guys can actually see above my head. So now I'm using titanium white. I'm putting a little brown in it to gray it a little bit against the get the blue. This is also a great color to use for the bottoms of clouds. Also, okay, I'm gonna create that.
Old Beer Buzzard said that he loves where the water meets the sky, and his wife and himself are writing a book together called where the sky where does it say? Where the sky where water meets the sky.
Oh, really?
Called where? No, it's called Waters Meet the Sky.
Okay.
That's nice. That sounds nice, Beer Buzzard. Don't be fooled by Beer Buzzard's name. He's a really good poet, and his own he's like spiritual poetry, and he has lots of spiritual poetry and other kind of poetry, and he has a poetry website.
I kind of like what he did the last time I was here.
Oh yeah, well, I remember that.
Yes, I remember.
He was making poetry off the top of his head.
Yeah, as I was painting, yeah, that was cool. But as you can see, okay, with that little bit of white, with the brown mixed in, okay, it kind of brings everything together, tones it all down. All right. And I just back and forth smooth. This is what the glycerin does. It smooths it all out. Now, glycerin, when it dries with the acrylic paint, it starts to spread apart. So it kind of blends itself together. If you look above here, there's no streaks or anything like that. Okay. So, okay, creative license now. I'm gonna go a little bit darker on the bottom just because. One is the foreground is nearest us. There is no land, so we're gonna kind of play around with some of that darkness down at the bottom a little bit here. Now I talk during all my videos. I'm gonna do less talking, and you guys can talk. I like to hear you guys chat, talking.
I can in a minute. Right, in just a second, I can. I'll talk in just a minute, but right now I have to message somebody right here in the chat.
Okay. No problem. Maybe the next time I do this, I do one of those Ian deals, and I can put my other phone on and look at you guys chat. All right. Well, I mean, basically, that's it. Okay. What I'll work on now, I'll take a smaller brush, and I'll work on various shadows and various patterns for the water itself. Okay. So I'm using an extremely thin. I think this is a 2-inch brush here. I'll show it to you. And these brushes are pretty cool. And I kind of use it for white areas and surfaces. Pretty interesting, pretty nice brush. I got a number of them. They're pretty good. You see, they're very flat. Okay. And I think one of these days, what I'll do is I'll get a big canvas and I'll do a gigantic floral, and I'll use this guy for it. So it'll be a very large canvas, and I'll use this for the main brush for the floral because it maintains this thinness. It's really nice. Pretty cool. Okay, enough of that. Let's get on with a little bit of a dark color here. I'm gonna still stick with the burnt sienna. I'm gonna use burnt sienna and phthalo blue to kind of darken it.
Oh, good. Hi, Ian's funny. He's saying Ian says we're training Diana to chat. I don't know what that does mean. I usually chat enough, I think.
Maybe they're trying to train you to chat at a normal volume where the dog's ears don't bleed.
Oh, that's right. Yes, at a proper volume, because my voice tends to get too loud.
I told you all the neighborhood dogs' ears pop up when you talk.
And Gio says, we have a nice lady in the chat, Gio, and she says your painting looks so very nice.
Well, thank you very much. Let's see if I can maintain it.
You will. You always deliver. You never disappoint.
Yeah, the day ain't over yet. I'm mixing in a little sienna, a little bit of phthalo blue, which which is still going to keep within the color range of the water here. Now, when doing water, especially people who are kind of new to it, I tend to shy away from it because I know the way I really want to do water, and it's very time consuming, which is why I probably shy away from doing water things or animals, because animals, especially the ones people really enjoy looking at, um, either have a ton of feathers or a ton of fur. And even though there's ways you can do it to make it easier on yourself, it's still time consuming to do it right. You know, if anybody seen that Clydesdale I did, or what was the draft horse? I really enjoyed doing that one. That one was great, but
Okay,
I think
Gracie
that thing
said,
was.
oops, sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It's like, Gracie says your painting's beautiful, and she has to go to sleep now because she's in the UK 5 hours ahead.
Yes, she is. I know she needs her rest. Well, thank you, Gracie, for coming by. I do
Yeah, thank you,
appreciate it.
Gracie, for coming by. Bye, Gracie. We'll chat with you soon.
Yep, she's wide awake when everybody stateside is dead asleep. Okay, we're gonna start with like I say, some wave action here, and I'll get with the darker ones. Some of the froth can come a little bit later, but when you do the wave, okay, I'll start by the base of the lighthouse here. When you start doing waves, you have to do them straight on. You can't, or at a slight curve. I can probably exaggerate it a little bit, but the further back you are, they're more straight. The more you come forward, they're more curved. Okay, and you do it in sections. All right. As I'm looking at the water here, I mean, we have some peaks, but it's really not as many as you would think. But I'm gonna put enough of them in here just to make the water look very rough and moving around. But it's not a great big tempest of a storm or whatnot. But this is where a lot of your talking and chatting can commence because this is gonna take a little while. But I'll just start on a few here, way in the back. And I'll
So
just
you say it's best to paint waves on an angle?
when you do the wave, it's like you're doing an elongated letter U. Okay, and it's something to get kind of used to. Okay, and I'm doing it right now. As a matter of fact, and as I'm doing it really close to the surface here. But um a lot of the frothiness of the waves are gonna cover some of these up. But I'm just gonna group them in a way to where there's something happening around here. And I won't use as many. I won't do too many of them. And it won't need to be because a lot of the action is going to come from the motion of the waves, all the white stuff that you see trending up and around. But I will, like I said, I'll group them a little bit and give them a nice little pattern to where you see what I'm talking about. But the majority of the waves that I'll be doing, I'll more than likely be using this brush.
Commentary with Lake too. Where are you from? She says she's 7 hours ahead of us. So, oh, well, her name kind of sounds Asian. Hi, buddy. Welcome.
I'm just twisting the brush back and forth at an angle, like a long U shape.
She's from South Africa.
Well, greetings. Yeah, she is from
Zimbabwe. Wait, am I
Africa.
saying that right? No,
Yeah.
no, I know it. That's what it kind of looks like, but it isn't. It's Zwelethu.
Okay. Well, greetings. Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Oh, tell everybody the new, especially the new ones in the raid. Tell them about next upcoming Sunday.
What was that?
Tell them about your upcoming event Sunday.
What?
You're
How
doing
do you? What event?
you're doing another real long stream, aren't you?
How do you know?
as you told me, Sleepy, you're in your half days.
No, okay, no, it's not going to be Sunday. It's going to it could have been Sunday, but Saturday, this coming Saturday is going to be a better day, but it's not confirmed yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not confirmed. So I'm not going to say anything because it's not confirmed.
Okay. Well, you know what? You were in your half drunken sleep mode, so I understand. And what was the other guy's name? Lot
That's
Lizard or something?
Bobby and Cliff. They're very good friends.
Who were they?
Those two are good friends with each other, really good friends.
Green Wizard or something like that? Was
Oh
that
yeah,
his name?
his real name is Ron, and he
Yeah.
wrote a book recently that was just published early this year,
All right.
all about
Can you guys
organic
see this?
organic gardening. It's not just organic gardening. It's also how to have a really good green healthy lawn, a lawn that's going to like be the best lawn on the street without using any chemicals, and it's getting the soil back to the way it should be. Like it's actually starting with the soil, like working and adding the nutrients that the soil needs to really like get your garden going, to get your garden to have the best possible, and to have your lawn be like the best that it can be, because you're working with the soil and adding to the soil what it needs.
Okay. That poor guy, he was speaking Scandinavian or something like that last night. Because you were asking him a question, and he would go, that's all I heard.
Oh my God.
And he was curled up in that red blanket thing. You know, he looked like ZZ Top on a bender, that guy. He was so tired.
Oh, I just thought you were talking about the Green Wizard. I'm like, I don't remember him saying that, but now I heard. No, you're talking about Bobby was the one gibbering, jabber.
McNutt, that's what it was. Yes.
Yeah, Bobby McNutt was jibber jabbering because he was so exhausted.
Oh, he was tired. I think Hoswana could have understood him clearly.
Okay, thank you, Chrissy. We got a question from Flea Stack Rule. Let me scroll up. And hi, Nell Court. Welcome,
Hello.
Nell Court.
Hello, Nell. How are you? Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, she's a friend of yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep. She's one of Chrissy's dear friends there.
Oh, I can't find it though. Hold on. Let's see. Sleeve Stack Rule, can you post your question again?
Can you guys see some?
I can't find it.
Can you guys still? I don't know if they can see some of the darkness I'm adding for.
Oh, here it is. How did Mr. Gray be introduced to painting?
Well, I had the opportunity many moons ago, but I thought it took too long, wasted time, and I wanted to be a comic book artist. So I was really good at doing human figures and perspective and buildings, because being a comic artist, you have to learn how to paint draw everything and do it quickly. And so I trained myself in that avenue. I wasn't really interested in painting, but I had a few incidents in my life, and it kind of curtailed me from working a normal job. So I could do the artwork, drawing stuff, but I kind of, as you know, you get older and time moves on, you kind of get away from it a little bit. And that's what happened to me. And when I decided to, and I was actually deep into music, so I had kind of put it down. I had to make a choice, either art or music. And I went into the music field for many moons. And I was playing in various bands and groups and whatnot, traveling all over the place. But once I got tired of that, I picked back up the art. And that's when I had not unless more or less discovered Bob Ross, but I really started to pay attention and then studied and decided to really at least try my hand a little bit at painting. And it kind of went from there, doing the stuff with Bob Ross. And then I met a fellow who lived um, about 90 minutes away from me up north. His name was Wilson Bigford, and he painted along that lines and along the lines of William Alexander. And
Yeah.
so I was really interested, and I got a hold of him, and he wrote me back, and I actually drove up there to meet him, and he had just come back from a big painting excursion in down south, and it was like around 11:30. I went up to see him. I think I had to drop my daughter off to college because she went had college up there up north. So I went by to see him, and I think we talked for like almost 2 hours. He showed me his studio, and I was really hooked after that. The guy was so gracious and so nice. He treated me like a king, and that really got me started full body after that. And as
Did you
time went
stay
on,
one-on-one with him?
um, no, actually, because he was online often, and then network had picked him up, and he was on there, and I can get to meet him. Like, every time he would travel somewhere close to where I lived, I would go and see him, and I would stop by and say hey, and I took a few of his lessons there, and I learned pretty fast. Like I said, I learned a bunch from Ross anyway. So what he was doing, it was just new techniques that I really enjoyed, and I just continued on like that with him. And as time went on, I just eventually buckled down, took his classes. It was a week-long certification course up north, and it was great, and I just stayed with it. It was all in oils because he's an oil painter, and so I picked up his methods and everything from there, and I just stayed with it. Really, I never left it. Just stayed with it. Okay, what I'm gonna do, because I don't know if everybody can see all the range of darks that's in the water right now. But what I'm gonna do is start putting in tiny bits of little white caps here and there in the water. Now the white caps will be grouped, so it kind of brings what I did here with the darkness together. So you're gonna have to more or less see through your painting as you're doing this. Like I say, the main show will be the wave, which ironically, I'm going to have to paint the wave first, peel the tape off the lighthouse, and then paint the lighthouse in. Um, so probably the most time in this whole thing will be painting the lighthouse. The wave I'll just go through quickly because, like I say, I'll show you. You'll treat it just like I would treat painting the clouds, and you can get all sorts of action and movement and exaggerated stuff happening with that. But let me get some of these little white caps going on here. There's various ways to do it. I'm gonna just stick with the. I mean, I don't even think this is a half-inch brush, but it's a number. What number are you, guy? Number 10 Royal. All right, little tiny fella here. Okay, I'll just stick with this. And what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of titanium white, which is extremely opaque. Also, I'm not adding any glycerin or anything to any of my paints. I don't need it because I have plenty on the board that it'll move around with all of that. And you need a brush that can maintain a very sharp chiseled edge. So, oh, did you find that? Oh, that was that the question for that flea stick X?
Yes.
Okay, no more questions. Anybody have anything else?
Okay. Anybody else have questions? Um, Ian's not. I mean, Ian's not asking a question, but he's saying soft grip range brush.
Mm-hmm. He's right.
That means something? Oh.
Yeah, he's talking about this. And he's right. Now, if you see what I'm doing, all I'm doing is tapping and touching. All right, I'm not doing long strokes or anything. That's not needed. This water's extremely choppy, and I'm just portraying a little bit of movement, and I'm just doing it right on top of patches of dark. Okay. Now my brush, every time I go across, because the paint is still very wet, I can take my hand, slap it on the board, and there'll be a big print here. That's how wet it is. And glycerin, if you ever get a hold of it and you want to use it, it's extremely reflective. And that's the only way you can tell it's still very wet. As it dries, it starts to flatten out. Okay. And that's one of the only ways you can tell that the paint is dry. All right. Now remember what I said about the horizon line. There's not really any direct sunlight anywhere. Okay, the sun, quite frankly, is probably behind us because the way it hits the wave, all the white frostiness of the wave is dead in front, while everything else is in shadow. All right. So there's no real direct sunlight anywhere. Okay, I'm done running my mouth. Your turn.
Oh, my turn. My turn. Let's see. Are you going to paint? So that's going to be waves like in a distance. Oh, you're not going to be painting like the big crashing waves onto a
No,
beach.
no, the big crashing wave is going to hit a lighthouse. You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see. Now, just to add a little interest, I'll press down a little bit and make some of these waves look like they're lapping over, but I'm doing it over the dark part of where I painted. When I post this on my site, people will see exactly what I'm talking about.
So when you studied, I mean, when you not studied, when you watched those 400 Bob Ross videos or
Numerous
shows,
times, numerous times.
you watched them numerous times and practiced like practiced the painting he
Yes.
did like 1 or 2 times.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Some of them were quite a challenge. So obviously you got to kind of graduate up to it. But yeah, I would watch them, and then after I watch them, I would watch them again to study exactly what he did and listen to what he was saying, and then I would apply it. It took me a little bit longer because he was a right-handed. I think he was right-handed, and I'm a lefty. So even though you see me paint with I'm ambidextrous. I can paint with both, but I'm primarily a lefty. I'm a lefty, so um, I had
So
to
that made a difference watching a
yes,
person that made a
yes,
difference.
yes. Because sometimes with me being a lefty, I would have to do things in reverse or upside down to get the same effect.
Hmm.
So it was a lot of trial and error, a lot of practicing until I can get it right to adjust it to my left-handedness. So yeah. Now, as I'm adding these little bits of water, these little white caps here, some of them, as I move on to the more violent acting waves, I'll get another brush, probably a fan brush, and I'll start putting in the crescent waves that many people are commonly used to seeing. But until then, it's just the light stuff here, like I'm doing right now.
Chrissy Canvas Art's left-handed.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, she is.
Yep, I noticed that she was a lefty. So she kind of feels what I'm talking about there. Okay. I'm going to go further back. When I go further back, they're once again, they're a little more sparse, a little thin. And I'm going to do something else too while I'm doing it, but I'm just going to frame it in the white first. We have a little rolling wave back here.
But you say you are ambidextrous when it comes to painting?
Yeah, I'm painting with my right hand right now.
So like when you watched Bob Ross, you couldn't adapt it to your right hand?
I did for some of it, yes. I did. But it's just a comfort level because everything Bob was doing, I was very new to. So, but yeah, I did adapt it to my right hand. And in doing so, I mean, it did help me because I'm getting a very soft brush right now. I did adapt to it that way because sometimes with different angles, or if somebody wants to see something or do something, I would have to switch my hands so they could see it. Okay.
Mhm.
But you see how I'm gently putting in little waves. It's just a very, very soft directional streak strokes. Um, when you do this, when you do waves, what wherever direction you're going with your waves, you have to maintain that direction, or it's just going to look kind of odd. It's not going to look right. All right. So since I got it going towards the lower right, they all have to go towards the lower right.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's basically a little tip. Y'all can have that for free. Okay. See, it got uncomfortably quiet again.
Yeah. So when you were watching the Bob Ross, it was video. You just bought a whole bunch of his videos, 400
Yep.
of his,
Yep. Over time, I bought them all.
and
Mhm.
that 400 was like every single show he ever made.
Every single show that that man ever did on that. Yeah.
Oh
The only
god.
one that they never, the only one that they never sold was his first season. Um, you get season 2 and on. So there is a series of Bob Ross shows that they never will sell.
Okay. So
Probably because it was very new and it's probably really rough, and
yeah.
TV production wasn't there and whatnot. So yeah, they got a little bit of a crashing wave up here, and what I'm gonna do is just take it and give it a slight little push like this. Go up with it just like that, and just leave it be. Okay, and once again, got to go in that same direction, even if it's slight.
So you had to pick out the videos kind of that were starting at beginning
Right.
and like because he didn't do it, he didn't work in sequence like beginning,
Nope. Nope. It's
intermediate. He
no.
skipped around like how hard a different painting was, and then go to an easier painting, and then do a harder
Right.
painting.
Right. And he would usually say it, which ones are a little tougher, which ones that, kind of general that everybody could do. Yeah, he would say it beforehand.
What's something in painting that's a challenge, still challenging for you to paint?
Um, believe it or not, I'm doing it right now. To be
What
honest
the
with you. Yeah, water, wave. I'm more confident in it. I know what to do. It's just I haven't done them enough. I can do them enough to show people what to do, and I can do it. I'm more confident enough to actually do it right now in person. You know, um, I mean, probably a couple of years ago, I wouldn't even have tried this, um, because my confidence level just wasn't there with it. That's all. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just making some of the caps a little bit brighter, and just a simple series of strokes. So you don't have to make every one bright, okay? And I know that the camera angle is a little far away, but like I say, once I post it, everybody would see exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm just getting the very tips, the tops of the waves a little brighter because it's a nice contrast against the brownish blue green that I have going on here. Give it a push there. And because I do so many florals, I kind of, it's like association. I would tackle these like I would tackle a leaf or something like that, or a flower. So I kind of associated the strokes and some of the techniques in that fashion.
Bruce is joking. He said, "It's because most of our water up here is frozen, Anthony."
It's frozen now. Uh,
And then
actually,
go ahead.
go ahead. What did Ian say?
Ian wait says waves are hard. Getting the dynamic movement right is so hard.
He's right. Because our minds, our brains are so analytical. We see things as soldiers, side by side by side by side. That's our brains doing that. So when you have to draw something that's out of sequence, you have to think about it because that's just not how our brains are made. Our brains are trained to see patterns.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, because I'm doing this and because I'm talking to you and everything, automatically my brain went into pattern mode. Because if you haven't noticed, look, 1, 2, 3, all in a row. Okay. So you have to break it up. I subconsciously just did it now that we talked about it. Look what I just did. Okay. No matter how great it looks, how pretty it looks, it's still 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You did it too much of it. You paint. It should be more random. You mean?
Right. But I can do little ones in here. I still got enough paint and I can correct it. But most artists who are starting or whatever, they'll if something like this is pointed out to them, they get discouraged. Don't get discouraged because everybody did it. Okay. Everybody did it. All right. Now mine won't the next series of waves won't be as prominent as these, because all the main action is gonna happen around this area. You'll see what I'm talking about because it's and all around in here, there's gonna be a lot of frothiness, a lot of stuff happening over there. But I'm gonna tie in some of these smaller guys, just tinier caps here, just like this, and just get a nice little line going. They don't have to be very extravagant and very big like these fellas. Just little tiny fellas. And once again, put it in the same stroking direction, just like that. Some and when you get towards the end, they peter out, get smaller, like that. So simple stuff like that. What I just did there, it will help break some of that up. Okay. And it's all a building process. Don't try to do everything all at once. One, you'll just tire yourself out. You're gonna get frustrated, and you know, and it's not necessary. You gotta build little trailing things in here. I'll come down here like this and go in a triangle pattern like that, and just with a few in here like that. And this is another reason why I got that real soft brush because I can um, tone a lot of that down. It's the paint's still wet underneath like that. And when you go towards the end, they kind of because they're at the angle, they get more and more horizontal the further away you go with it. That's what I'm trying to say.
So Ian says that's why abstraction is a good way to create forms like waves.
Sure. Because even though they're abstract and you're kind of going free form with it, you'll find yourself doing something that will put you in the mind of something that you were trying to do and struggling with. And doing it in an abstract form, you'll find out almost the correct way of how to accomplish it, even though you weren't really looking for that. But that's when your artist brain starts kicking in. Okay, I got 1 hour left, so I gotta have to turn on the boosters here. 5 o'clock right now. All right, so we're done messing around with all of that. I'm gonna clean off the brush real quick. It's a tiny brush. I'm gonna go into a little bit of the dark here. I'll make it a little darker, and I'll get some stronger shadows. Some of this for more contrast, and then we're gonna start with the big wave here. So what I'm going to do is just underneath some of these guys, maybe pop in some dark in there, just like so. Pop it in here.
Ian said, yes, be the wave, feel the wave.
He's right.
Feel the wave,
He's right.
be the wave.
He's definitely right. You really gotta, you know, depending on how serious you are in it and how much you enjoy, you really wanna do this. Yeah, it's like anybody who is successful at anything, you really have to put yourself um into it, definitely. And so I'm just taking some really dark, just for contrast, and I'm going up under some of the froth of the preceding wave. I'm coming up against some of the bigger waves, it gives you a little bit of contrast and it aids in portraying movement. It got quiet again.
I know. I had to write. I have to follow. I'm writing something to somebody in the chat. Hold
Okay,
on.
no problem.
So we have people that are telling me like, oh, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm listening, or I'm cooking, and so then I got to respond to them.
Gotcha. Well, trust me, I really do appreciate them sticking around. Not only does it help me, but it also helps you out getting your numbers and everything. So it's all good.
Yeah, I hope it helps me too.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I I really enjoy being on your show. That's why I keep coming back. I do enjoy being here.
Oh, thank you. Oh, awesome! Awesome Wood Things is here. Skeeter's here. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Skeeter, and who else was here?
Awesome Wood Things.
Hello, awesome. I am just fulfilling some of these little dark patches here and there, just like so. A lot of this will make sense once I put the larger wave in. Even though I'm adding dark, the dark is still, color-wise, still all in the same vein as everything else. All right, I'm just gathering up some more. I'm gonna approach the big wave a little differently than maybe many of your viewers have seen before. I'm gonna add the wave. I'm gonna add the dark first, and then I'll build off from the dark.
And are you painting a hill with a lighthouse on it, right?
No, it's just a typical lighthouse that you would see in many postcards and whatnot. It's not on the hill. It's you know how that stone work
Oh, in
type
the
of thing.
background, like it's in the it's way in the distance. You mean?
Nope, it is right here, almost. It's not directly centered, but it will be your the wave in the lighthouse will be the focal point. Actually, I'm beefing up some of the dark here in the foreground because you still want to sense, even though we're in water, you still want that sense of perspective. Things that are towards you tend to be a little darker, and so somebody's ringing me and they don't know I'm live. So I'm just accentuating the darkness here in the front. Basically, is what I'm saying. And I don't have time to really tell them that I'm going live. They're just gonna have to talk by themselves for a while. They'll get the, they'll get the hint. They know that I paint, and they know every once in a while I'm live. So if they ask questions and they don't get an answer from me, they pretty much know that I'm live somewhere. And what they'll usually do is go on my channel to see if I'm live.
Hi, Pecan Baby from Ireland. She said she can't chat in the chat, but she's lurking. So thank you, Pecan Baby.
Oh, hello, Pecan. Thank you very much. Now, as I'm doing this, okay, I'm not doing it haphazardly. I'm looking at it just like anybody else would look at it. You have to separate yourself a little bit. Make sure you got it right composition wise. Look at it as a whole. So I'm just not taking my brush and going, you know, I'm actually measuring things out. Um, how much of the dark against the white, okay, things like that. I'm still going up underneath uh, um the crest of some of these smaller waves, just like you would handle a bigger wave. All right, we can leave all that alone. Let's get with the big fella here. Now, what I am going to do, I'm going to get a bigger, a larger brush here. Okay. I usually have one handy. I usually tend to deal with a lot of filberts. I just, like them. I like the way they, They do well for me. What I am going to do right now, I'm going to surround the lighthouse with a whole bunch of dark. When I say dark, I don't mean like jet black or anything, but I am going to get some dark water around here, and we're going to build up off that like you would build up off a cloud, but I'm doing it in reverse. All right. So I got the sienna and the phthalo blue right now.
So Vermont paint and photos that's the same thing as Bruce Anderson.
Bruce, yes.
Okay. Okay. So Bruce just switched his channels. Okay. Hi Bruce again, and hi JC. Welcome JC.
As you can see, I'm just popping in a whole bunch of dark right up in here. Now I got plenty of glycerin here, so it's just gonna mix in what it's just mixing in with the glycerin more or less, which is fine because I've done this and I did so many errors with glycerin. I kind of know what to do and what not to do. Okay, but I'm just adding in all of this right now. I'm not directly going exactly as the picture.
Can you paint dolphins? I'm sure. I know you can paint anything, right?
Yeah, I can do dolphins and all of that. Now, one dolphin will be in this water. No, they're no, they stay away from this. They know when it's coming.
It's too cold.
No, it's too violent. They get out of Dodge quick, fast, and in a hurry. They don't want to be a part of this. Only human beings will go out on this with a surfboard. So, when it's stormy seas out, you don't see humpback whales jumping out the water. They're out there in Honolulu somewhere. Sometimes I think they have more sense than we do.
Also in Alaska, there's whales, different kinds of whales.
Well, yeah, certain breeds of whales go way up north like that to give birth to their young. It's just safer for them. But as you see, I'm popping in the dark here and there, all up and out here. This wave is large and it's violent. I mean, it's really hitting the lighthouse with much force. Like I say, I'm gonna handle it just like you would handle a cloud, more or less. So wherever it is where I want to represent the innermost part of the wave is obviously going to be this dark. I'm getting a little bit more phthalo blue.
Oh, Jason says whales feed in Alaska, but mate in Hawaii.
Well, certain breeds of certain breeds of them do. I know the gray whales like California. The humpbacks you'll see in the Arctic. There's different pods go different places, just like humans. The humpbacks like to feed on all the plankton, small
and
shrimp.
Mel says she agrees with you, but I'm not sure where in the conversation she agrees.
Okay, that is that.
Oh, hi, Paul, Blind Soup of the Soul. Welcome. Welcome, Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Oh, hey. Some of your regulars might not be familiar with me, but I am familiar with them.
Oh.
Because I'll be in lurk mode. So
because you lurk at some of my streams.
Yep, and I just sit there and I'll listen to it. But I'll just look at you on the big TV and I'll look at the chat on my phone. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
It is time to build up all of the white here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the cyan blue and mix it in with my titanium white, because we're gonna build just like I would build either a cloud or glazing or doing a mountain. Okay, so we established some of our dark here. So we're gonna pop in some of that some of that light um, stuff in here, but it's not going to be totally white. The total white will come a little bit later. I'm just popping it in here right on top of the blue because it's got to kind of mesh and meld in together. All right. And so it's not only picking up um, the darkness that I have in there, it's picking up the color that I laid before it also. Just like so. Put it right in there. Then I'll start to blend a lot of this stuff together with a softer brush. So we're just building stuff up here. Okay, it'll all make a little more sense when I peel off the masking for the lighthouse. Usually when I'm on my own page and I do something like this, people come in. They don't come in like at the beginning and they're wondering what on earth am I doing. I get a lot of that until they see me peeled off the the masking.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should tell them at the beginning or what you're going to paint or
Yeah,
or
no,
do,
that's fine.
but a lot of people kept asking the questions, so now I know people like to know what you're painting.
That's no
At the
problem. That's no biggie. You know, let them know. It's all good. I don't mind. No big surprise. So it looks like a big old blotch and everything, which it's supposed to look like right now. Like I said, this will all get faded into some of this dark. So some people may wonder, well, why did you paint it all dark if you're going to cover it all with titanium white? Well, you got to remember when this stuff dries, it's going to dry and show the color beneath all of this. So you have different tints and tones and shades and values all happening in this. All right. That's, that's the reason. And this approach that I'm doing with this wave, you can do it with a cloud. You can do it with a brick building, brick side face. You can do it with water. Um, you can do it with any subject. Okay, this is just a technique I'm showing. No more, no less. Just a technique. I'm taking, oh, I can't find the little one anyway, but I'm taking a little soft brush like this.
And Nell says Anthony makes a mess and then magic.
Huh? Say that again.
Nell says Anthony makes a mess and then magic.
Yeah, you couldn't be any further from the truth. It does look like a mess. Now we're gonna take. I'll just take the bigger one first. I got obviously two different, two different sizes here. Okay, and these are nothing but makeup brushes you get at Walmart. Obviously in the ladies section. They're synthetic, but they're extremely soft. Okay. All right, and I'll start to blend this stuff in. All right, now you can tap it or you can go in circles. I'll just lightly tap. I'll lightly tap because one, it softens everything, just like this. And you can travel little bits of it here and there, just like that. So you'll start to see different things happening in this. Okay. And remember, this will be brighter color on top of this. I'm just wiping off the paint on my lap. I got a big beach towel here. And we're going to continue again. Keep some of the lighter spots lighter. Rub in some of the darker areas, really up to you at this point in time. Even if you have it look like smoke, that's fine. Because like I said, the violent stuff is going to happen soon enough. It all makes sense in a second or two. I'm just wiping off the excess because remember, it's still packed with plenty of glycerin here. All right. So I'm serving two purposes here doing this. Wearing down the paint, getting rid of some of the glycerin. Okay. And right now, like I say, I'm tapping. If I went in circles with it, it would give me a different look.
We have a question.
Sure.
Paul's Blind Suit for the Soul says, has Grayscale ever been to New Orleans? And also, where did you come up with your name for your channel?
Yes, I have been to New Orleans. I loved it. It actually reminded me of a much larger Utica where I'm from here. But yes, I have been to New Orleans. And I came up with the Grayscale name. It's just a take on my last name, Gray. And plus, since I am a painter, grayscale is a unit of measuring the tone and intensity of color. So kind of a double meaning. But that's how I came up with the name.
And Bruce says you're also a great musician.
Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, I play the piano, keyboards, organ, primarily an organ player. When I was younger, I did a lot of synthesizers, stuff like that when I played in various groups and such. I've been doing that ever since I was 5 years old. Um, took classical lessons, all that other stuff. And I play for my home church. I don't really play out anymore, not often. All I'm doing is going in circles. I'm just smoothly blending all of this stuff in, just like you would do a cloud.
You say you play sometimes for your church or often?
No, often. I do play often for the church.
Hmm.
And certain periods of the year, I'm very busy where I wouldn't have much time to paint because I would be in a lot of rehearsals, which means I have something pretty big going on, and I would it would require a whole lot of my time, basically. All right. So as you can see, I got some of the dark working in this. You see the different, well, the light's hitting it certain ways, so some of it looks washed out, but you can see certain specks of the lighter color going on with it. Okay. Now I'll start to slowly build the lightness of the wave here. I'll use a smaller brush. I can actually use one of these soft guys too, if I wanted to. I'll just put this over here, but I'm gonna go back to my tiny little silver because I enjoy it and I'm used to it. And we're gonna do nothing but straight titanium white as much as I can. You'll be wiping off your brush often to do stuff like this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna approach this guy just like I would approach a cloud here. Okay, just like this. I'm gonna use plenty of white. I'm gonna pat it down with the softer brush, and I'm just blocking it in, just like I would block in a cloud, just like this. So what you see right now might be a little, I don't know if it's say sloppy or whatnot, but I'm just slowly building that in. I will take my soft blender, okay, and very lightly, as Mr. Ross would say, 3 hairs in some air, in circular motion. Now, every layer that I do like this, I'm slowly building up levels of color. Follow me?
Yes.
All right. But I'm so used to doing stuff like this when you're messing with clouds that I can kind of buzz through this rather quickly. Okay. So I'm getting
So you did paint a cloud technique right there. Is that what you said?
right. Cloud technique, but I'm just going to use it for, obviously, I'm just going to use it for waves, just like so. I'm twisting the brush around, moving it around, get a little higher here. Because even with me doing this, you think it's haphazard. It's not. I'm getting a certain shape to these guys. I'm building up the brightness around in here.
Okay, we have some questions.
Go for it.
Paul, let's see. Paul says he's planning a trip to New Orleans soon. Do you have any suggestions?
Yes. I can't tell you the street. Oh, obviously Bourbon Street is a big area because of the music and the food, hands down. Matter of fact, once you hit Purpose Street, you don't have to go anywhere else.
Yeah, I would like to go there.
Trust me, you'll never want to leave.
Oh. Hmm.
It's awesome. Different varieties of music too, but I mean, it's just great about
But
that.
you're
Go
saying
ahead.
Bourbon Street is just pretty much the highlight. Like any
Yep.
other suggestions?
Um, Anywhere where the sports arena is, because everything's centered around music and food. Okay, so as you go towards that arena, trust me, you won't be disappointed. And everybody knows where those streets are. I mean, that's how they make their money. You know, so big attraction there.
Oh,
Okay,
Chrissy, I have another question from Ian, and then Chrissy Campus Art just noticed she observed that it seems like a lot of artists are in the chat. If you're an artist, put your thumbs up. Put the thumbs up. So let's see how many artists are in the chat. And Ian wants to know, do you know that pretty famous musician, Django Reinhardt? You probably know him, right?
mm-mm. that
Oh,
one
you
don't
don't?
that one don't
Django
come to mind.
Reinhardt?
Say it again.
Django Reinhardt.
I've heard of the name, never heard his music.
Okay.
I know one musician that I sorely missed was Dr. John. He passed away a few years ago. The guy had talent just pouring out of him. He was amazing. He's something else. Now, what I'm doing is adding the highlights and the kind of the directional spray of the wave itself. Okay. And once again, very lightly, I have to show you something before I continue on here real quick. Um, One, I'm not wiping off this brush, not yet. But if you look at this brush closely, let's put it against the black here. Right down in here. Nope, you guys can't see it. Right
Hi,
here.
Ellie
Okay,
Smith. Welcome, Ellie Smith. And he says, Django used to play with Stefan Gaspelli.
not familiar with that name.
Stefan Gaspelli.
Okay, but if you guys see the tip of this brush, and you see the little peak right there, that's the only part that's really touching. Okay, that's where the little three hairs and some air would come from. But no, I'm not familiar with.
Okay, well, Ian just drew a portrait of him today, and he says that he was a 1930s jazz guitar player, top musician.
Gotcha. Well, if he wrote it down there, I'll just look at it. I'll look in the chat. If he wrote the name down, I'll check him out. That's a good thing about one of the good things about the internet. You pop a name there, you can definitely find them or find the music.
And Grappelli was a jazz violinist.
Okay.
Sleestack Bruce says he never figures out what you're up to until the end. Hi, Madonna Friedman. Welcome.
But you can start to see some of the Can you start to see some of the action now of the wave?
Well, hold on. Let me look at it. Yeah.
Okay. See, old guy knows what he's talking about.
I didn't doubt it. And hi, Ghost Pirate. Welcome.
Now I could have tackled this also with a fan brush if I desired to. But now this is a bad thing. Some artists develop certain little habits. I developed a bad habit of using the same brush for everything. Don't do that. Because I think I've stuck with this brush for most of the painting. Yeah, don't do that. Experiment with other brushes, see what they can do, see what they can't do. All right. Now up here, I'm just wisping some of that wave action this way, very lightly. Take off the paint from the brush, and then the 3 hairs of air, I'll softly blend some of that in. I don't want to totally blend it all because waves aren't totally blended. Okay. I will smooth it out in general, but that'll be a little bit later. But as I'm moving through this, don't need it to be that rough. But there's all sorts of tones and tints and all sorts of stuff happening, going on around here with this guy. Just like that. Whenever I wanted something really blended in, I just stay on it for a little while. You can also overblend.
You are painting huge waves, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It just you can't tell yet because there's nothing to give it scale because you don't know because I didn't pull off the tape yet. But when I pull off the tape, you're gonna hear a collective because nobody's really maybe seen this process done or anybody really talk about that process of what I'm doing. But I will try my best to try to explain it to you while I'm doing it. Okay, and just like the clouds, I'll keep the bulk of the lit area in the direction where I want it to be. Okay, and just fade the rest into the previous color.
And they're going to crash against a lighthouse. The big waves are going to crash against the lighthouse, right?
That's right. Exactly right. And I'm not gonna cover all of my previous stuff because you need contrast still. Even in this chaos, you need contrast, so it's a controlled chaos. If that makes any sense. Just like that. I know I'm kind of dwindling on time, so I'm gonna kind of move this.
Hi, Robbie. Welcome to the chat, Robbie. I don't know if I've seen you in my live stream before. And
as I'm doing this, I'm kind of anxious to see what Ian's gonna do on Friday, even though it's only Monday. Ian has kind of become a staple. I'm so used to seeing him appear on your show now.
What was that?
Ian's become kind of a staple. I'm so used to seeing him appear on the show.
I know consistency is everything. You gotta be consistent.
That's right. Exactly. And a little bit of fade here and there, just like so. Just like that. With some of this outward, just like that. This guy crashing up here. And go up, up. Fade some of that in. Up. And bring it out that way. Like I say, a lot of this will make sense in the picture.
Welcome, Ghost Pirate. If you're new, yes, he says he's new there, new here too. So welcome to you too, Ghost Pirate.
Yep, welcome.
And Ellie Smith, I know. I don't think I know. I know Ellie Smith. She has commented on my videos in the past, but I don't know that I've seen Ellie either at all, or maybe in a long time in a live stream. So welcome to you, Ellie Smith, also.
Okay, clean off my little silver. Getting a little titanium white. Now, usually, if I don't put this much glycerin on, I'll start dry brushing some stuff. Like that. I'm just using the side of the brush.
Oh, One Peaceful Mind, Alicia said, what happened? I don't know. Alicia, what do you mean, what happened?
She might be talking about all this chaos she sees. Because if you leave and you come back and you just seen the explosion of white, you don't know what I'm doing.
If that's what you're talking about, he's painting huge crashing waves that are going to crash against a lighthouse.
Yeah, if you leave and come back and you all of a sudden see this, especially if you said how nice and serene it looked earlier, then you come back and you see this glob of puff of white. Yeah, I can see why she would say that. And I'm used to it. I get it a lot because people will often leave and come back and see what I've done. Most people or some people would leave and come back and see that I am done. I've had people come back and talk like I was still live and I left like a half hour ago. I would just go back in the notifications and let them know this is not live. You're talking to a recorded message or recorded stream.
Hi, John Quinn. Welcome.
Okay, I'm just beefing up some of the waves here, some of the highlights. Now, I'm going to peel off the tape here. Like I said, I know we're running on kind of low on time a little bit. We're going to come over here and we get some kind of far off frothy stuff and I just stir it in there like that. So we got some little action going on in here. And wipe it away, come out here. This is what I'm doing right now is more of a artistic license. Just adding a little action here and there.
Thanks, Bruce. Bruce says he has to go cook dinner now, but he's gonna listen to the other room. Thanks, Bruce.
No problem. I don't know how much of it he's gonna hear. My voice is kind of low, and I might start like sounding like Wizard from a certain distance.
You might sound like who?
I might sound like Green Wizard if he goes too far away.
What do you mean? Like
Oh, not Wizard. Who was it that was speaking
Bobby?
Who was it? Bobby. Yeah.
Bobby, who was speaking gibberish? You mean?
Yep. Yeah. So if he goes too far away, I might start sounding like Bobby. There we go. Something like that. And I'll just whisk some of that in. Circle it around a little bit. Include it in to the mist, like so. I'm gonna show you guys something else too. Another one, artistic license. You'll see in a second here. Let me just smooth this out a little more.
Ghost. I think I know who Ghost Fire is.
Okay, I'm gonna clean off my soft brushes because I doubt I will need them after this. Let's see, what time is it? It is 5:36. Okay.
Robbie, how often? I have grayscale painting sometimes as a guest artist, not on a regular basis. Sometimes it's not every Monday. It's sometimes, but every Friday at the same time, 4 to 6 p.m. Every Friday, I do have a guest artist, Ian Jackson. He's in the room right now. He's a watercolor painter extraordinaire.
I'm gonna take my super large brush here and generally, very lightly, I'm gonna smooth a lot of this out. Just very, very lightly. Bring some of it in, just like that. 3 hairs of some air. Very lightly, just smooth a little bit of it out a little. Just a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of white with my soft brush here. And I'm going to beef up some of this in here. Like that. A little bit in here, a bit in here, just to strengthen some of this. Now, some of my glycerin is starting to tack up, which is great. So I can start manipulating things here, just like that. Now, it just takes a little bit of paint to do what I'm doing. So I'm just brightening certain areas of the wave. Then I'm going to peel back the lighthouse, and we're going to concentrate on the lighthouse. Just like this. But as you can see, with me building up certain areas, or hopefully you can see, well, you'll see it more and more as I do this. I'm just establishing different high points in the wave, and I can just do it with the soft brush.
I'm amazed that you're gonna paint that you're gonna paint that lighthouse like really fast.
Yep. Yeah. Because I don't know what you're doing at 6 o'clock. I go on at 7, so I got a little bit of time, but I'm trying to be very mindful because I don't know what you have going on. So yeah, I'm gonna.
If you have to run a little bit over time, I can do that.
Okay, I don't think I will, but just in case. Now, when you work with a soft brush like this, you can adjust the weight of your pressure there when you do things like this. I think I'm good here.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it alone. Oh, there's something I wanted to show you. Let me clean this up real quick. It is best for me to show you right now while I got it masked than to do it when I have the lighthouse exposed. So it only takes a second here. It's the old toothbrush foam trick here. Okay. One toothbrush. I'm going to get a little water in the toothbrush, go into my titanium white a little bit, and I'm just going to soak it into the toothbrush a little bit here. You can do this with a fan brush or whatnot. Whatever whatever you're comfortable with. I'm just used to the toothbrush. Now, the closer you go with this, the more control you more or less have. All right. And so I'm just take the toothbrush and I'm gonna. Oh, need more paint. Need to be a little thicker. A little heavier. Do it again. And pop some little bits of wave, droplets, and all that stuff. Come out here a little bit. Put some over here. Just like that. Some action going on there. You can get them thicker or thinner, all depending on how much paint you use. Like that. So we got a little bit of action happening.
Right.
Okay. Like so. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm gonna take the X-Acto knife, clean off the toothbrush here. I'm gonna take the X-Acto knife. I'm gonna peel this stuff off, and then we'll work on the lighthouse. Okay, and here we go. Obviously, I think the lighthouse will be in black, I believe. Nope, it's in white. Okay. Now, tape is not porous, so all this wetness is actually on the top of the tape. I'll just set it right here for right now. So excuse my head. I use 2-inch masking tape to make the mask. For this guy. Okay, can everybody see that now? Does that make sense now?
You masked off pretty much the shape of the lighthouse.
Right. So, does that make a little sense now?
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure where the lighthouse was going to be. I thought it was going to be off to the right. So that, yeah, I get it. That's nice.
Okay. Oh,
Beautiful.
see that? Surprise, surprise. Okay. So let's have some fun. Now, the lighthouse itself, there's no medium, there's no nothing on that, okay? All right. So we're going to have a little fun here. I do have some Indian ink. Indian ink is kind of ink that is one is waterproof and is comic artists use it a lot to
Oh, because
yeah
you
to
used to
use.
be a comic artist. Everybody, he used to be a comic artist.
Yep, and the old school way they used to do it all with a brush. I know where um, it's going to be black at on the lighthouse, which is usually here on the top. So it kind of takes a steady hand to try to get this right.
And Ellie Smith said you make the toothbrush spattering look so easy.
Um, Ellie, the closer you are to your target, the more control you have. The further you are, the more um, of a range, I should say, you're gonna get. Okay. Um, Anybody who's an artist, they have scrap paper. If you're unfamiliar, unsure, you use scrap paper. Even when you want to do patterns of grass and you got to do brush and you don't know how your brush is gonna act, scrap paper and just practice. And remember, if you're an acrylic artist, if you mess up, you can always correct it. Okay. So have no fear. So whatever's supposed to be black, I will paint it black, like so. I will take a small bit of white, did not take the black off the paint, and just like this, I will make an off gray, and we're gonna get a little dimension in the lighthouse just using the gray, just like so. Okay. Yeah, half my hand's gonna be blue with. Okay. Get a little bit more white. Just like, and one around it here. The paint is actually floating on top of the ink until the ink settles and dries, but that's okay. A little bit of highlight here on its top, like that. And let's shade that in a little bit more.
Guanabana? Have you ever had guanabana juice?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Ian's asking the chat because he's trying to explain to Mr. Unigon what it tastes like. No, Ian, I've
Okay.
never had guanabana juice. Is it from the Philippines? His wife is Filipino.
Okay. Well, Ian has been party to all sorts of exotic foods and stuff. So I'm pretty sure he has had had food and everything that nobody's really familiar with.
Well, I think it's probably because it's Filipino food, maybe.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I will go through this lighthouse. What time is it? 5:47. Yeah, I'll knock this right out.
What? No. No. Oh, Ian says it's not from the Philippines, it's from Jamaica.
I'm not Jamaican. I'm from Buffalo. I'm a city kid.
Oops. I gotta plug in my iPad. I'll be back in a minute. I have to plug in my iPad. I should have had it plugged in. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I guess it's just me and the masses. Okay. Anyway, I'm covering this stuff with India ink. India ink covers a wide variety of sins until you put fingerprints on it because it is sensitive to oils. So India ink is kind of like acrylic, almost like acrylic base. It is waterproof. And once you put it on, it takes a king's ransom to take it off. I'm just giving it a little bit of gray on one side. The more I do it, let's clean up the brush. The more I add the white, the lighter it gets. Obviously, it's not going to turn totally white. That's not going to happen. But I am mixing it in there. There's no glycerin or any kind of anything going on with the paint here. I'm just painting it right raw right on the canvas itself.
Hi, I'm back. I'm just going to plug it in now.
No problem. They've been just listening to me drone on. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit of give me a flat brush here. I'll work with where's my other brush? I think I'll work with that. Yeah, I'll work with this little fellow. I'm mixing a little bit of the brown and a small touch of the phthalo blue into the brown, just a little bit. And a touch of black in that brown. And then I'm going to go into white. So I got the brown, the blue, and the black mixed in. I got a little bit of titanium white, still keeping kind of a brownish tinge to it. So I'm making it like a gray brown. And we're going to block this guy in. Hopefully I made enough. We're about to find out right now. Give him a slight, a very slight curve, just to represent a little bit of the circle of the lighthouse, okay? Just like that. I'll just block the rest in here. Smooth it out a little bit. I'm just blocking it in, blocking it in, blocking it in. All the different shades and stuff that you see in the lighthouse, that's fine. Don't worry about that. Ugly stage. Remember, ugly stage. Getting some more of that color. Doesn't take
Oh, that looks nice.
it doesn't take too long to do this part. Whatever you do, now I know I'm on a time limit, but I will not. Do not rush anything. That's when you mess up. Don't rush.
But aren't you rushing?
A little bit. But I've been doing this for a minute. But don't rush, because you're bound to screw up. So just be very careful. Now I know I can go a little bit above, or a little bit past time, so that gives me a little bit of relaxation there. I'm just getting some more of the color. So I did make enough of it, and all I have to do really to lighten it is just to add a little bit of white to it. Brown it back. I made enough of it to do this, so I'm just adding.
Ian says it's controlled rushing.
There you go, perfect. When I can't find a word, I'm just asking you.
And then instead of the ugly stage, Nell says she calls it the sick chicken stage.
Okay. Sick chicken. Cool. Sick chicken stage. Now, can you see it's different? It's a different color of brown, but as you can see, I can also correct that too. Just blend it right in there. See that? So don't panic. If I wanted it a little deeper, I just add a little more blue.
How much is that, like, that you're really following the photo reference and a lot, or is it coming from experience or your imagination? Oops, can you hear me?
It's just coming from me. It was just a guide.
Oh, it was just a guide. So it comes
That's
a lot from experience and your imagination and experience, I guess.
yeah. I just needed a guide. That's all. And mainly, it wasn't even the lighthouse. The guide is just for the wave itself.
Oh, have you heard? You've been on Chrissy Camp's art stream. She just said the sick chicken stage is what she calls it on her live streams.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Now, when you do something like this and you got a masked object, okay, you have to integrate this guy into your painting so it just doesn't really stick out there like a sore thumb. So somebody beeping a horn for you,
Yeah, they beeped a horn.
you got to just integrate in the lighthouse into the rest of the painting like it actually belongs there. Okay, and we'll do that with the waves, and we'll have all sorts of little cookie fun with this. All right. I'm gonna get a little more white, add it into this light gray here. We'll play with this a little bit. Okay, here we go. Now, I have to be careful because most of this is wet, so I have to kind of watch myself here. Turn the brush around. Keep it moving. Just like this.
Ian says he'll name that tune.
Oh, he won't name this one. I just come right out of my head. Actually, you can call it the chicken tune. See how quick you can make makeshift bricks that fast. Okay. Just add a little bit of a light source on this guy. I think I'll have it dark somewhere around in here. So what we're gonna do is I call it the quick Donna Dewberry method of shading here. I'm just gonna get some brown. I'll put it right here. That's not really brown now, is it? I'll get some more burnt sienna. But I'm gonna shade in the middle part of this guy, and then we'll just fan it out. So it will give a sense of roundness to this guy. So I got some sienna mixed in with this blue color. I'm gonna put it. You guys are gonna think something's wrong with me. I'm gonna put it right about here, and come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, like that. Paint's still wet, so I'm having a little fun. Okay, now watch. I should take a smaller brush and do this. Really, I'll take the tiny brush and do it. So I got this darkness thing going on here, right? And I'll just take it half in the dark, half in the light, like that, and we'll just kind of fade it like that. Bring some of that out there. I'll take a soft brush and blend it. I'm gonna fade that. We just get rid of that hard edge. Just get rid of the hard edge like this. Get rid of it, just like so. Get rid of the hard edge. I could probably have it go a little darker. I might want to darken it a little bit more. Yep, darken it some more. I'm getting some blue, a little bit of black, a little bit of brown. I just want to get it a little darker. It's that contrast thing once again. And remember, when it dries, it will dry darker than what you're looking at right now. So have no fear. Okay. Clean off my brush a little bit. Lightly. Very lightly.
Well, Chrissy says, what did she say? He says, it's fantastic. The painting's fantastic. And please thumbs up for Anthony and Diana if you forgot. Thanks, Chrissy.
Thank you, Chrissy. Still appreciate it.
Thanks, Pecan Baby. She loves the artist that I have on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't say it just to say it. I do appreciate it. Because you guys can be looking at somebody else. Definitely.
Yes, I appreciate it too. Thank you.
I'll see I can scrumble away here because there's no medium. So I can add as much light and dark as I want. And just keep building
Mel
it.
said it's beautiful and the tape method is amazing.
Well, thank you. What I'm doing, anybody in this room can do. You gotta remember, I wasn't used to doing anything like this either. Everything's a learning process, Someone took the time to show me, and took the patience to show me, you know. The least I can do is try to give back for those who are interested in learning to make it a little bit easier for them than it was for me. Adding a little bit darkness underneath the lip here. Now remember, I gotta integrate this stuff, okay?
Bruce says, nope, he can't. Just ask you. LOL.
What'd he say?
Bruce says, nope, just ask you. He can't.
Yes, he can. Bruce just sells himself short. Bruce grew in his art in 4 or 5 months, and some people would take a few years. But Bruce has studied, watched, and then he applied. And Bruce is not shy of asking questions. And that's another thing that holds a lot of people back. They don't ask. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, if it takes a real long time to learn something, sometimes people just want to give up because it takes so long.
A certain individual once said that talent is nothing but a pursued interest, and he's 100% right. Because if
Yeah.
you really want to learn something, you're going to learn it. Come hell or high water, you're going to beat that thing. That's what Bruce did. Now I'm just glazing some shadow on part of the rock here, and I'll just lightly fade it away, just like that. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, odd reason my husband called it.
Okay. I want to get one spot a little bit darker so it gives me some contrast. What time are we at? 6:03. All right.
That's okay. We go over.
Okay. Well, we didn't do too bad. I don't want to bore your people here, but we're almost done. There we go. All right. I'm going to take a fine line um, brush again. Go back into my India ink because I think the above might be a little dry for me to get away with this. We're about to find out right now.
You're using black India ink for the top of the lighthouse?
Yes. Now I'm painting upside.
Why do you choose that? Because it's more fluid?
More fluid and it's waterproof, and once it's on there, it is on there.
Well, you know, acrylic is also permanent, but I think you must like it because of the fluidity.
Yes, definitely need it for this. Very gentle if I can. Coming around. I'm painting upside down. That's okay.
Thanks for dropping the link. I think that's for Anthony's channel, I think, right? Chrissy, thank you.
Thank you, dear. Yes, I am painting upside down. I used to write like this. But I tell you, left-handers trouble, boy.
And Maria, I think you left and you came back, right, Maria? Welcome back. Oh, hi, Kylie.
Okay. I'm just checking out a few more things here, guys. And a little fun right here. Why not? Why not? And a little joy right here, too.
Kylie's from Scotland. She says, beautiful painting.
Thank you, Kylie. Here we go. We'll add a little bit of love right in here. Little pieces of something right up in here. Okay, then. We're almost there. Almost there. We're going to integrate some of these waves into this. We're trying to match as close as we can some of that blue. All right. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's just a reflection of the window. Okay. So with that said, little titanium white. Actually, I got some of that blue right here. Let's see if I can just get a little bit of the medium. And what the medium does is loosen up what paint I do have here.
And Sleestack really wants you to paint him in the window. What?
Get a little bit of brown.
Oh, Ellie Smith, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, and I don't know why the person, I don't know why your question was a problem or what you ever said was a problem.
Oh, what happened?
You know how the thing goes, like it catches a thing, and I don't think it's Nightbot. I think it's like YouTube does it, and they catch something it says, and then I have to put show or hide.
Gotcha.
And she said nothing wrong. She just said such a small world on the interwebs. I really apologize, Allie. I don't think that's Nightbot that does that. I think it's YouTube that does that.
It's YouTube that
It's
does
YouTube that
that.
does it. Yeah, Anthony confirmed that. It's YouTube
Yeah,
that does it.
it does it to me too. Um, it's just certain keywords, key phrases that thing just picks up on.
But I have
Um,
no idea. All she says is it's such a small world on the interweb.
yeah, don't take it personal. It wasn't used. That's a YouTube deal, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. Okay, guys, what do you guys think so far? Because we're at the 99% mark here. Okay, we'll take the fan brush. Oops, the fan brush here. I'm taking the fan brush at the corner because we're gonna mix in some of this stuff here. Okay, and we're gonna get some real high points up in there like this. Just like this, just the corner, just like that. And we're gonna kind of bring some of that around, get some of that stuff in the corner like this, all up in there. I'm gonna whiten that up a little bit, just like so. Come on down in here, just like that. I'm going to take Mr. Flat Brush. Paint's still somewhat wet, and we're gonna just kind of.
Pecan Baby says absolutely beautiful painting.
Thank you. I'm gonna scrumble some of this love in here like that. Scrumble some of that around in here, and we're just blending it in. You still want it to look violet, okay? So I'm not gonna take all of that away. Like I say, I'm just using corner of the brush here. I can take a small amount of water.
Your painting is amazing.
Thank you. And we're gonna get a little bit of water and paint, just like this. Okay. I'm gonna wipe off a lot of the paint off the brush. And we're gonna rub some of that in there. This is some of the water and the paint doing this thing. Like that. Gonna mix all that in there together. I'm dry brushing some of that dry white paint over the bricks. Also, just like that. And we're gonna continue that right on up the lighthouse a little bit. Up around in here, like this. Pop in a few. Like now I'm establishing all sorts of depth, even in water. Like that. Some of that spray is coming out this way.
Hi, Stephanie Cooch. Fantastic painting. Well, welcome. She just came on the chat.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Like so. Now you can see all that explosiveness happen. All you're doing really is just building. You're building, 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 building. This is like the last part of it. So this is all the bells and whistles. You follow me? All right. The funny thing about art, like cooking, some people have certain incredible talents in certain aspects of art. You know, if you're an acrylic painter, maybe your thing is animals, and maybe you do have that patience to sit there and do all the fur, all the lines, and everything. Not many people do. Like me, I can do it. I just don't want to. So it's just not really my thing. The ocean and the water and stuff I'm doing now is not really my thing, but I can do it. Um, Sometimes I'm called on to do it. You just got to make yourself um, willing and good enough to do it in case you are asked or called upon uh, to do something like this. One time I had to do a portrait of a gentleman and his dog, and I did it. I posted it a while back, and I did the grass, the dog, the leash, the collar, the color of the collar, the color of the outfit that the gentleman was wanting. He want, it's his dog when pets pass away. They really want something strong imagery to remember their loved pet. Their pet, and I gotta, respect that. I'm an animal owner too, and when mine go, I would want the same thing. So, I did it to the best that I could, even though animals, painting them isn't my thing, but I did it, the fur, the whole 9 yards. I went in and did it like I would do a landscape theme or something that I do enjoy to paint. Sometimes you are called upon to do that, and you just, you know, um, buckle up and just knock it right on out. Just do it. Okay. Right down in here, just a little bit of spray and a little bit of that. I'm gonna lightly dry brush some mist. See, you incorporate this into your painting. Okay, like that. Then I go back in with the spray a little bit here, just like that.
And Chrissy Canvas says animals are her favorite to paint.
Oh yeah, she can really knock it out with them animals. I am not mad at her. She did a fox that was just something else, and I can't wait for her to do the parrot. That was a great graphic art style imagery there. Now something like that I would love to do, just because of the graphic art nature behind what she did. It was fantastic. We're almost done.
And right,
Almost.
Bruce, I know that Anthony has a bull mastiff pit bull. That what your dog? He said your dog probably weighs more than a car.
He was about 140 pounds, maybe something like that. Yep. At his age now, he resembles more of a car when it's shut off or stalled. He's a big fella. He's just lazing around, and it's like he owns the house in Ritter, and it's all good. He's kind of a mellow old boy now. There we go.
Ellie Smith said this has been wonderful. Her husband's cooking dinner. She might have to go soon, and
No
she
problem, because we're almost done.
has enjoyed it very much.
I do appreciate it. Like I said, anybody who's still sticking around, I do appreciate it. I never take anybody who watches me for granted. Never.
Yeah, me
Ever.
too. I really appreciate everybody that stuck around. I mean, very much so.
Yeah, because people, especially on a platform like this, it's the people that can make or break you. To be honest with you. You never don't dump on your fans.
Bye, sleep
Like,
back rules. Oh, I'm sorry.
that's all
Bye,
right. That's just like massively uncool. Don't do that to the people who support you. That's just a massive lack of home training, in my opinion. Okay, guys, we're like 99.9%. Then y'all can go on with your lives. I got a premiere in about 40 minutes. Oh boy.
Yes, so Anthony just said he has a premiere going on at 7 o'clock tonight. That's in 40 minutes. That's in 40 minutes. A premiere right on his channel. And
Right now I'm just doing the nitpicky little things here. I'm basically done. I just gotta sign my name on it. I do have tape on this, and it's really too wet for me to take this tape off. I don't want to play with it because I'll just let it dry I'll just let it dry till after my premiere. It should be dry enough for me to take the tape off. But I'm pretty much it. I'm gonna just sign my name on it, and we can sign off. But hopefully this will help somebody, and they can incorporate it, use it in their own style. I think a lot of what I'm doing is just pure technique. Okay, and I swear anybody can do what I'm doing. I'm just smoothing out some of the bright areas there. That's all. And I'm gonna dry brush some more mist and stuff all in here a little bit. Kind of incorporate a little bit down here, just like that. Okie dokie. I'll just sign my name on it and call it a day. And once again, I really appreciate that you have me come on, allow me to come on and do this.
Well,
Yeah, go
yes,
ahead.
I appreciate that you like to be a guest artist from time to time on my channel. Thank you so much.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just signing my name on it here.
And thank you to everybody that stuck around. Thank you so much.
Yep, I appreciate it. And 19, 11. Okay, I guess I can get out the way and you guys get a pretty decent view, but I'll just step out the way here. Oh. Get up. Be patient with me 1 second. Let me move the chair.
So good night, baby. And this is we're gonna be saying goodbye to everybody. You're welcome now.
Okay.
Now we can get a little bit more close up view.
I think you guys can see it like something like that. Can they see it like that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Oh, there you go, guys.
It's a little bit there, right there, because it was some of it was off the camera.
All right.
Now it's more.
Well,
It's crooked, but
oh, that's because of the angle. I got it way up in the air here.
Yes, Ian, that's right. Anybody that would like to be a guest artist, yes, I can. I'd love to have more guest artists on. Anybody that would like, just let me know. Thanks, Ian, for putting that.
All right, well, there you go. Like I said, y'all, it'll show up on my
Tons and tons of compliments in the chat.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Awesome, amazing, beautiful. I think Maria says she can't wait to try it.
Oh, I can't wait for anybody to try it. She's definitely gonna try it. Okay.
Yeah, bye, Chrissy Campstar. Thank you for sticking around.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. There, kill that light a little bit.
Okay, I guess we're signing off now, and thank you so much, everybody.
All right.
Can't thank you enough.
No problem. You have a good one to you.
My next guest artist is this Friday, but I'm sorry, it's this Friday, but Ian Jackson, 4 to 6 p.m. But don't forget, 7 p.m. tonight. That's in about 40 minutes. Right here, Anthony, not here on my channel. Anthony at his channel, Grayscale Painting. I should get that link. It's hard for me to get the link. Grayscale Painting is having a premiere. If you love what you see, he's having a premiere video on his channel. The name of his channel is Grayscale Painting. It's very easy to find. Here it is. I'm going to spell it in the chat. Grayscale Painting. It's very easy to find. Here's the name of his channel. It's two words, Grayscale Painting. That's the name of his channel. And you might want to catch him again right at 7 o'clock tonight in 40 minutes, a premiere. And I'll try to be sure. Love and peace. Yeah, love and peace to you too, Carly.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
And I'll see you when I see you.
Again. Thank you so much.
All right.
It was wonderful, wonderful session. We had a wonderful time.
I appreciate it. It was
fun. I enjoyed it. I had a wonderful time. I think a lot of people did.
Cool.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Can't wait to do it again sometime.
No problem. Okay, guys, I gotta split here.
You gotta split. Okay. Bye everyone. Love and hugs.
Bye-bye.